What's up, guys?
Hey, friends.
Greetings, fellas.
We have an offer for you.
We'd like to make a small deal.
We have an Buy the new Starladder ticket.
Support us with ticket purchases.
And we promise to show you our best.
We'll show you excellent and magnificent Dota.
We will make sure you see some amazing games.
Take the first step into the next season.
We are counting on you.
Help us make Starladder 11 awesome.
We will see you again sooner than you think.
Thank you for your support.
And your contribution will make us a little bit happier. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've made it to the final series of the day, the final series for Starladder Season 11 America. This is it, where the boys and the men shall be separated. Fire Dota, previously known as the Sneaky Nicks Assassins, now taking on Root Gaming. Fire Dota up 1-0 already in this best-of-5 Bad Daddy. Merlini, what's going on, man?
Jeez, look at this Fire Dota band, the Omni and the Storm.
That is respect right there. We saw how well it worked in the last one. I told you, Sumail. I bet you he's not going to get Storm this series. Unless Root wreck Fire Dota in the first two games with heroes that aren't Omni Storm. Then maybe they'll switch it around. But smart bans. I think very warranted. Two annoying-ass heroes that Root Gaming love to pick up.
They're pretty annoying with the bench, too. Play very nice and aggressive. I wonder if they're going to ban the Jug second phase.
Oh, second pick Spirit Breaker.
That's an IX Mike hero if I've seen one.
Oh yeah, baby. And that is some vigor. That is some confidence.
Some gumption.
Second pick Spirit Breaker, dude. You're gonna see this Space Cow gallivanting around the map. It's gonna be good. Now, will it be a good game for Mike? I've seen him play Spirit Breaker and wreck. I've seen him play Spirit Breaker and get wrecked. I don't know which it's going to be.
We never know with IX Mike. He's one of the most inconsistent players.
Yep.
That I know.
But he does play the Spirit Breaker. I think SB's in actually an okay place right now. Not without counters, though. Venge, good hero to deal with him. Stun him while he's charging on in. Lion's also a really good hero to deal with him, but they will settle on the Ancient Apparition.
I don't know. Venge has travel time, though. I wouldn't actually say she's that great. You can't even really defensively swap the hero, too, because Nether Strike will follow you.
Yeah, you can swap the Spirit Breaker,
Radiant team ban.
Do you want to swap the Spirit Breaker?
I mean, if you have a level 2 ultimate and he's charging in, hitting your friends, then yeah, you do.
I mean, the good Spirit Breakers will always charge over the trees, though.
Yeah. Venge is definitely not the best. Someone like Lion is very well suited. Rubik.
Puck is really
good one. Puck is, yeah, another one.
5
wow.
seconds
I'm still surprised to see him second picked. And look at that. Fire Dota, ban out the Puck. Smart plays there.
Reserve time.
Root take out Tide and Brew, and they'll think about their third ban here for a little bit. You all right there, Chief?
Yeah, something was up with my computer.
Team
make sure it was okay.
Merlini's having some issues. Well, Naga Siren going to be banned out by Root Gaming. They don't want to play any Naga today. Okay.
Same as the E-Hug ban.
Radiant
I
team
guess,
ban.
Fire known for some Nogger. Well, they will ban out the Jug. We saw in that last series as well how much Trouf loves some Juggernaut. And just an annoying hero to deal with. We saw the BOTs first, and he was just spinning and TPing around like it was his job.
Yeah, but they have a Spirit Breaker and Elder Titan who can both stop his spin TP.
5
so
seconds
it's
remaining.
not as bad as it would be normally. So it is something that Trouf, I would say, plays way better than other heroes. And when someone has a skill set like that, you definitely want to ban out their best hero. If it's a significant difference. If they play all heroes evenly, then not really any point unless you want to ban it out specifically for your draft.
Yeah. So now the Wisp. Just another one. Fog can play it.
Usually it's first phase ban versus Fire.
I don't have a mute button. Somebody's mic is crackling, Merlini. Is it yours?
I don't know. I don't think
I'm
so.
about to reseat my mic. It's going to make a noise. Sorry, guys. Who took my mute box?
I'm not sure.
10 seconds remaining.
I didn't really touch this.
It was definitely not you. I bet it was David Parker. It's sitting right here. It's
5
just
seconds
unplugged. Somebody
remaining.
was just saying, you know what? I don't want to have a mute box this game. I want them to know exactly when I'm taking a drink or when I have to
Reserve
yell at my
time.
producer. Well, hopefully we're not crackling anymore. I don't know.
So Venge AA, we've seen Root play a few games, and they like. I wouldn't say they're fairly well rounded. I would say they're not too dependent on Sumail. They don't draft too
Dire
greedy,
team
but they
pick.
always have some late game. They always have decent amount of team fight, decent gank. They're just a very well balanced team. It feels like. And all three of their
Radiant
laners
team
are
pick.
pretty good. It does seem like they don't prioritize farm on Danger 7, so they're not like, they're not heavily dependent on their one position like most teams. So
Yeah.
that's a nice benefit if you're Root.
Yeah. Timbersaw.
2 strength heroes.
Yeah,
It's-
seems good.
It's all right here. It doesn't synergize well with Venge and A. I mean,
10
sure, he has a lot of
seconds
burst,
remaining.
but the minus armor he can't take advantage of. Neither he can't take
5
advantage.
seconds
Neither can he take
remaining.
advantage of the chilling touch
Yeah.
or the icy vortex. But Ice Blast is really nice with them.
Reserve time.
Yeah, very mobile. Still just a solid off laner.
Skywrath, good versus Timber. You need some sort of silence or some continuous disable like Cold Snap
Yeah.
or Static Storm. Glimpse is also pretty good versus them, but the easy one is the Ancient Seal. And I've seen some good old Skywrath Spirit Breaker combos too to charge into a good old Mystic Flare.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that before. You've got the Elder Titan here also to help set things up. It's pretty good. I mean, Fire could also look towards some more mobility
10
heroes. I guess that's
seconds
where that
remaining.
Wisp ban makes some more sense coming out of Root. With the Spirit Breaker
5
charge and
seconds
relocates, it
remaining.
gets scary. There you go. They think about it and they
Dire
settle
team
on good
pick.
old Anti-Mage as their carry on Root Gaming side.
You know what? I'm surprised we haven't seen any LC yet today.
Yeah? Why? Do you
I think he's.
you think she's just good, or these teams really like her?
I think she'd be pretty good. She's like pretty good versus Faceless Void. Like
Radiant
Faceless Void actually
team
gets
ban.
owned really quickly, but with a duel. Pretty good versus Anti-Mage with a duel. Pretty good at purging off like Skywrath Silence and whatnot, protecting your Omni Knight like the game before. Or I don't know. I just think she's
10
decent
seconds
enough that we
remaining.
would have at least seen her one time.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't even
5
seen her banned at
seconds
all.
remaining.
No pocket picks.
Good at locking down Brew.
Hey, it could happen in this series. Night Stalker, the final ban from Root Gaming. So
Dire
AM
team
versus
ban.
Faceless Void. It's an interesting game for Void from Fire Dota. Maybe their final pick will make it all come together, but Spirit Breaker didn't really synergize well with the Chrono. Skywrath does, Elder Titan does.
Well, it's good at finding Anti-Mage, that's for sure. And I don't
10
actually know why Root
seconds
did pick the
remaining.
Anti-Mage. There's Spirit Breaker is already pretty good versus him. Faceless Void's also pretty
5
good versus him.
seconds
Skywrath
remaining.
also pretty
Skywrath's,
good.
yeah,
Well,
also
Faceless
there.
Void wasn't picked yet, but I mean, 2 of their heroes are pretty darn good at shutting down the Anti-Mage.
Radiant
Yeah.
team
So
pick.
This looks a little rough for Root Gaming. I think the Spirit Breaker can just charge him. I mean, that's the other scary part. Like,
Well,
I saw an SB Anti-Mage game. I think it might have been on day 1, tiebreakers.
it's been seen a lot.
Yeah, it's somewhat common, and the big issue is that Blink doesn't disjoint the charge.
Nope.
So Anti-Mage can, even if he sees him coming, all he can do is really farm close to towers, do the buddy system, TP out if he
10
sees it early
seconds
enough. But even
remaining.
if he tries to blink back, SB can still hit him with one bash, hit him with
5
another strike, and
seconds
if he gets another
remaining.
bash or has a Mask of Madness or something, that can result in a solo kill.
Or you can just zone out the SB.
Reserve
I think they
time.
actually have a pretty good lineup for killing the SB.
Ooh, here's a fun
Dire
one. The
team pick.
Templar Assassin. Maybe that's your Sumail hero.
TA is actually really good versus Faceless Void too. Like if you don't kill her, she will just turn around, Mel strike you, and you'll often die in 2 hits. I would say with Mask of Madness on. She also has Refraction for the Faceless Void Chronosphere, which is pretty good. Most heroes don't have that sort of defensive mechanism against
And
a
she
Chrono
got that
and
little
shit.
buff in the last patch here. Now you can blink with Refraction.
That's
It
so
plays
minor.
nice. Oh, come on,
10
it's cool.
seconds remaining.
It's cool, but I'm just thinking it's really
she
minor.
can blink now
5
more
seconds
often.
remaining.
I don't know what gets you excited anymore, man.
Co-op changes got me excited,
Reserve time.
Yeah, it had me excited, and then no one picked her, and so
dude.
my
She'll see
excitement
some play.
kind of.
She's really good versus. I say she's like pretty good versus Anti-Mage. Her ultimate just owns him.
Is this the game? Actually, Quap would not be bad here
Yeah,
against TA. She has a dot, so I guess it's all right.
so old classic matchup.
Yeah. You don't get to see it too much these days. You know, I feel like...
I feel like it's not really a TC hero, though.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was like, I don't know if TC plays Quap.
Viper, Veno.
But maybe they'll swap it around. Oh, where's the Viper pick here? Yeah. I bet it will be Viper, actually. Perfect against TA. Good synergy with the Void. Good against Anti-Mage
no
also.
mobility, though. I don't know. Like,
What, you think they're...
I think they
their
might
core
want
hero has to be mobile?
Well, they want either a hero that dumps damage in the face of Void. Even though they have a Skyrat, they probably want a little bit more. Probably like a ranged mobile hero or a melee blink hero. I don't know. I feel like they need some sort of mobility. Timbersaw,
10
Anti-Mage are
seconds remaining.
pretty good at jumping around, and they want to be able to follow up on Spirit Breaker spells too.
5 seconds
It's
remaining.
the Viper. Ouch.
It is the TC hero.
Yep. Well, makes a lot of sense here, though. It's classic counter to the TA, cuts through the refraction, and it does synergize well with the team. BKB not going to be a
You sound
free out.
disappointed seeing the Viper.
I'm never... yeah. I was going to try and bullshit and say I'm never disappointed when there's a good day of Dota, but Viper is a unique devil. No, I don't mind. I don't mind seeing Viper that much. I mean, usually he likes to fight, you know. I like people that like to fight. What I don't like are those Nagas that like to buy drums and then not use any charges. That's what really grinds my gears.
Really?
No, usually because if that's the case, then it's just going to be mindless farming without any thought of fighting. If you're buying drums and then you're selling them before you use them,
That's true.
that is a
10
pretty damn
seconds
passive
remaining.
game. That is
Maybe
not
it's throwing
fun to
the
watch.
opponents off. Oh God, Naga's
God.
gonna fight.
He's still got
5
6 charges.
seconds
Oh,
remaining.
look out!
The
guess-
psychological factor, man.
Yeah, you can't forget about psyching out your teammates. Okay, here we go. Game 1 of our BO3. Now remember, Fire are up, or it's a best of 5 rather. They are up 1 game though. That is their victory for coming, or their prize for coming through the upper bracket. Pretty big deal. The more I think about it, that's not the right button. Fogged is AFK. God damn. The more I think about it, though, like the winner's bracket advantage thing, is just having to play less games and be more fresh enough of an advantage, and I really think it is. I feel like one game... Well, think about it this way, all right? Fire gets to play 1 less series. They have to win... they start with a 1-game advantage. They got to watch you in the last series to see what you drafted like, what you played against, and how you played against it. Then on top of that, Roots... just that's a long day of Dota. I don't know, dude. It feels like too much. All of it together. They got to play first. They got to go take a nice.
They deserve it. They didn't lose.
Yeah, but you don't. They didn't. You don't have to give them the game advantage. That's the thing. That's the thing that is like, do they deserve that?
It's silly that so a team that comes from a loser's bracket and wins the grand finals versus the winner from a winner's bracket. Both of them lost 1 series, but it ends up that one of them's a winner, right? How is it fair that one team loses one series and they're out?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Right?
It takes away an advantage.
That kind of
from
sucks.
It does kind of suck, but I don't know.
I think
are there many things worse than just a 2-0 grand finals? That's like the most non-hype thing ever.
Well, that just means the teams are not evenly matched.
Well, that's true. It just sucks,
So
and that's like the
that's
grand finals of something.
That's not a error with the format. That's an error with the teams playing.
Well, sort of.
You can't blame the format for a 2-0. What's the difference between 2-0 and 3-0? It's you waste more time with a 3-0. I would say.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I don't know. I can see where you're coming from, but
so you don't agree? You think it's the 1-game advantage is legit?
It depends on what
definitely
kind. If you're obviously pressed for time,
30 seconds
or
to
there's
battle.
if it's a long enough format, if there's like a group stage and then a double elim, then I think you can probably get away with not giving a winner's advantage. But if it's a shorter tournament, I think there's enough of a you have to have some sort of advantage for having the winners.
And you don't think being able to you don't think sitting back and being able to see them? And
I mean, you can look at it the other way. Like the other team, they get more time to practice and play. I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially
it
if
does
it's
go both ways.
If it's at a
teams-
LAN tournament,
Yeah.
especially.
Yes, that is true. If we're talking about LAN or online, it changes the scope of the discussion.
So
that is,
I think
that
it's a
is
very
good point.
it's a fairly complex question. I see pros and cons both sides. I would slightly favor a 1-0 advantage.
See, I've jumped sides. I used to be totally like, no, I think they should really have 1 game. That seems right. And now, like, just the more I've talked to players, the more LD is also a fan of the opposite. Like, he thinks the 1 game is too much. I think in most cases, where just being able to observe is a big enough of an advantage. And maybe I've just spent too much time around LD, and he's convinced me. I don't know. But I feel like I switched teams a little bit.
I don't know. I'm okay with a 1-0 advantage in a best of 5. In a best of 3, obviously, I think that's really silly.
Oh, well, yeah.
But,
You can't do a game advantage in a best of
yeah.
3. That's just dumb. You might as well just do a BO1 at that point.
Well, you know, if tournaments were longer, you could do best of 3, best of 3s. Like,
You mean extended series?
yeah, like a tennis style.
They did that in
right?
StarCraft. Everybody hated it.
Really?
It was awful. Yeah, because every grand finals is just like, all right, he's coming back. We're going to another BO3, and it almost always ends up being the winner advantage.
Well, they can do it in tennis.
Really
Why can't they do it in?
I don't know, man. Because I actually don't know why it works in tennis. It's just a different game, dude.
I'm just saying it's an option. I don't think it's a viable option, but
That's certainly.
anyways, getting on with this game.
All right. So that was a long roundabout way to say that Fire is up 1-0 in this best of 5 coming into it. Dire side, we've got that team with the advantage. IX Mike playing the Spirit Breaker offline. TC goes mid on the Viper. Safe lane, it'll be a try. Fluff is on the Skywrath Mage. Ush on the safe lane farming Void. That puts Fogged AO on the Elder Titan.
Looks like TA still having the a nice farm in mid too. More CS than Viper, but just slightly. I think it gets
So
a little
does
bit more
Sumail.
difficult for Sumail.
Yep. It's kind of an interesting matchup. I mean, Viper can click through the refraction pretty easily, but TA, you know, she can put up a fight. I think it was Parker I was talking to that said this is a classic misunderstood matchup where Viper of high level even skill, the Viper is not that much more well off than the TA because she can still do a lot of damage, controls runes a bit better, you know, has the traps, what have you.
Yeah, but I mean later on in the game, refraction is just useless, and then you always get Viper struck by Viper too, and Viper has
I'm talking about,
significantly
like,
more range.
In lane.
In
and
lane,
stuff,
I would say it's not great for Templar Assassin. It depends on how aggressive the Viper is and how threatened he feels.
No, it's never great. Viper definitely wins the matchup. It's just more of it's not like a GG. I'm not even going to fight it. It's a little more even than a lot of people give it credit for. But in comes Skywrath.
Just GG out right now.
You know, I'm done, guys. See ya. This is stupid. You know, it's not quite that
it's
bad.
not, okay.
I mean, they're even on CS right now. That says something. I've
That's
loved it.
really good for the TA.
Yeah. So Mike almost feeds away the first blood. Pops the salve, makes it back. You know, how do you feel about these frosty effigies, by the way? They're a little jarring. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it.
Liquid are doing it.
Oh, that's so nice, Fluff. Shout out to LD.
They may be a little bit jarring, but they don't ruin my immersion.
Now, oh, Danger
Dire's
7.
bottom
He's in a
tower
little
is
bit of
under
trouble. He
attack.
does not have chain, but it's okay. He doesn't need it. All right, pretty quiet early game here.
The Trough anti-mage. Can he stand up first to Faceless Void?
It'll be a tough life. He's getting free farm, though, so that's a way to make it a little bit easier. Very curious about the builds. Be pretty telling with what the Void wants to do. Could go for a Midas and try and look a little more towards the late game, let the anti-mage get some farm and not have to worry about it, or
They
they
should
can
not
just
go
go
to late game.
yeah,
like
just go
anti-mage.
straight Mask of Madness here.
Well, I say just not Midas. I would say. Well, I mean, if he can get in like 6 or 7 minutes, maybe. But the way they want to take fights is like keep the TA down, and the way they do that is fight while anti-mage is still weak, and that is prior to his Manta, which is probably like a decent timing is like 19 or 20. A really good timing is prior to 18. So I would say that, yeah, I mean they can really turn it up like 8 to 18 minutes. I'd say it was really their window where they need to shine, and the Face of Void without Midas can't really hit that hard during that time. But I mean, if he has good chronos, it doesn't really matter what items he goes.
Yeah, that's a fair point. A lot on the back of Ush. Going for the no backtrack build, 2-0-2. Maximum aggression. I mean, he's not really taking much harassment, so this is a good situation to do it. Timbersaw forced to play very defensively. Actually grabs a point in the Whirling Death. Just
Joik is invis on bottom. They might kill IX Mike here.
Oh.
He's not topped off, but he does have a Stout Shield. Will he eat another tree? Does not look like it.
He's just going to back up with that little lantern he's got there. It's actually a flail, but mid lane, that's where the real action's at. Sumail initiated on, but he'll be okay. Refraction keeps him safe. Now it's the top lane. Danger 7 living up to his name. Echo Stomp from Fog helps sets it up. First blood's drawn. It's the Elder Titan. The big cow gets it. Has Fire strike first.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising that a dual melee lane can get a first kill on a Timbersaw.
Well, they want IX Mike down bottom. They will commit Chilling Touch for it, but well, not going to yield a kill. Space Cow makes it out.
He's 2 tanks.
2 biggins.
Nice empowering haste
Dire's
used
top
to.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice stomp from Fog to put him to sleep and kind of set up the kill. He also does have value point in that natural order. So it does buff up the damage to the otherwise tanky Timbersaw.
Well, TA already doing the newts since Viper's proving to be a tough matchup for her to handle. I don't know. Natural order doesn't actually do anything versus Timber because he doesn't have any base armor.
Actually, you're you're right. I take that back. I guess it does a little bit against the time locks. 12% damage buff there. That's good.
Echo Stomp. On the
You're
stomp.
right. I absolutely. I totally forgot about that. He's got no base armor. He's just got the reactive. So, well played, sir. Well played.
Viper strike on mid, but he will be outside of sentry range.
Yep.
So no kill there.
Sumail's still doing well overall. I mean, Viper's pulling ahead of him now up by about 11 CS.
You know, without Bottle Crow, this would be
Even more difficult. That's true.
well. They're actually heading in. IX Mike looks like he wants to go in for a charge, but your boy JC standing right there looks like he's going in.
Sumail in a lot of trouble. TC laying in the poison. Mike hitting him with the lantern. Can they make this a kill? One more auto attack will be enough. They get it. TC credited for that one. Joik now on the back foot. Will be okay as he TPs in. We'll get another pause here as it looks like Sumail might have hit a little lag issue in that. Nope. JC's just got a burb. So 2-0. Fire strikes again.
Old TA in Struck City.
Yeah. Hero you definitely want to keep down, and now the disparity is real. And you can glance at the little graph, and oof, already about 2,200 gold, somewhere about 1,000 experience. Favor of Fire.
So Faceless Void still sitting on 1,000 gold, has picked up the Agi Tread, so no sign of greed nor aggression yet from ol' Ush. Trouf, standard, treads, Ring of Health, although might not need the treads because he's in a free farm lane.
Well, it does get them nonetheless. So slows down that Battle Fury timing. We'll see, probably 11, 12 minutes what he's looking at here.
It might not even slow down your treads Battle Fury timing by that much. I don't know. It depends. If you farm Ancients or if you farm Newts too, it speeds up your clear speed a lot.
It just depends if you need the stats. But yeah, actually, you're right. Is it really that?
It's not
the end time between the two of them isn't really that different.
Yeah, it's maybe like I don't know, 30 seconds.
Up top, Ush has a chrono. Maybe thinking about it on Danger 7, but no, won't be able to find the damage for a solo kill. Meanwhile, Mike and TC mid getting into a little tuffle here with Sumail. That'll be a Viper Strike taking him low. Do they want to dive the tower, though? Looks like they don't. Magic Missile's available, so they will stay safe, but happy just to zone out the TA and continue TC's reign of dominance there. Bottom lane, Trouf hit by the Arcane Bolt, and we'll blink back before an Ancient Seal can follow.
So the Observer
Actually
Ward
doesn't have Ancient Seal.
Yeah, Observer Ward got scouted out, so this will protect AM for a few minutes longer.
It's pretty good. Lucky Trouf.
Old Danger 7 and IX Mike sitting around that same level, early level 4.
Big difference, though, for Fire. Spirit Breaker can do so much more with that level 4. Danger 7 is still forced to play kind of meager here. Just leveling up that Timber Chain, but IX Mike can start cruising, getting those extra points in the Greater Bash.
More Bottle Crow action for TA, and she's stacking at the same time, so she's actually getting a good amount of farm.
Yeah, despite being out of lane. Meanwhile, though, her Tier 1 tower starting to take some chip damage. TC finds an Illusion Rune. Will start laying into it. Goes for some fast phase boots and Ring of Aquila. Oh, can Viper get a couple of last hits here? Oh, he doesn't do enough damage. How unfortunate. Oh, while we're looking at TA in the jungle. Ush, hey, he gets a solo kill on the Timbersaw. There you go.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Got the tower tonight by your boy JC.
He was going to go for it. But everything's fallen into place for Fire. Getting solo kills on your Void. They get a Tier 1 tower in the mid, nice and early. Get some map control. Now Sumail's in a lot of trouble. Sentry Ward's down. Is he going to make it out of range? Nope, doesn't look. Yeah, okay. He'll get dusted, and he's definitely dead. Well played. TC picks up another one.
They're so good at purchasing reveal too. You see some teams like don't even get a reveal when they have like a Marana or something when all 5 heroes can go invis. But versus Root, I mean they've had 2 sentries pop down there. They have dust on Skywrath. They'll probably get a dust on Spirit Breaker soon. I mean they are just prepared for this. TA. And I mean after dying twice, she is gonna be in a decent amount of struggle city just because she can't really farm her own jungle that much when Anti-Mage gets his Battle Fury. Sure, he can take those 2 small camps, but I mean they're going to be hard pressed to farm, especially when Spirit Breaker is going to be charging them left and right.
Fog getting some nice solo XP down bottom, going for the 2-2-1 build. So just going for that level 1 natty order and some extra points in the stomp. Has his soul ring and now looking for probably a 4 staff. Joik in the tree line. They're thinking about making a go here. Not going to find it though. Tauren Chieftain makes it back.
The old Chieftain.
TC, the true Tauren Chieftain here, hasted up in the mid.
Is that what his name stands for?
By the way? No, I think it says his initials. Tyler Cook. Yeah. I wish it.
It could be. And whenever I hear TC, I always think of the Tauren Chieftain. Though.
Yeah, I mean maybe it is. Maybe he was like, "Hey, I am the real Tauren Chieftain." I hope that's what he was thinking when he made that name. Not.
I mean, even with the T1 tower still down, TC's able to still put some pressure out past the river, which is pretty darn telling of Root's map control in this game, which is non-existent.
Yep. Spirit Breaker gets his power treads. IX Mike really coming online here. He's almost level 6. Maybe that's when he'll get a little more active. I feel like Mike's been surprisingly quiet this game. Level 6 is the big milestone where you can put a lot of pressure on and pick up kills. Already has that Orb of Venom. Good luck getting away from this guy. Fog doing a good job just pushing back Trouf in the bottom lane. Trouf is now 1 piece away. Just needs the Claymore and he'll have the Battle Fury. Smoke rotation from Fire, Fluff and Stuff, and Ush. Headed towards the top lane. Uh-oh, Timbersaw, he doesn't even see it coming. IX Mike uses another strike. There's the concussive. Ush with a chrono to boot.
Jeez. That's a hate on Dangerous 7.
Like dead 7 after that. My gosh.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's going for the Battle Fury. Look at that Battle Fury Void. That's fun. Or maybe the very lack thereof.
Well, it's nice to cleave down the Manta illusions later. I think it's pretty useful for that. Also, if you want to keep up with farm and Anti-Mage and you don't think you'll be able to keep the pressure up because they're playing defensively on their side of the map with traps everywhere and whatnot. I can see the reasoning for it, although I think they can actually probably push T2s fairly early with a mech on Viper. But looks like he will be going for a phase drums, the move speed build, and in the bottom lane, these support trying to get a kill on old support Elder Titan here, but he's not giving them any sort of leeway.
Yep, good map sense from Fogged. Very good positioning. Looking at the dire vision. Hey, it's pretty dark over there.
Uh-oh, he might die here, though.
See Trough down bottom, and oh, Fogged, he walks right into it. Oh, no, he gets stunned, he gets killed, and the Tauren Chieftain gets finished off. So, Root finally get on the scoreboard here. First kill at the 13-minute mark. Better late than never.
Oh, the Sentry Ward just out of range of the Observer Ward. Wow.
Sad times.
And both supports level 6 now, Elder Titan as well as the Skywrath Mage on Roots. Just the Ancient Apparition, but I'd say his ultimate is far more important than the Vengeful Spirits.
Mike picks up a Morbid Mask, maybe thinking about a Mask of Madness here. Radiant Courier has a Battle Fury on the way for Trouf as he picks up the Void Stone. So looking like 14 minutes-ish for the delivery time. That's not bad. Golden Roshan delivers, the phase drums here to the Mr. Viper. They're moving around the jungle, though. They're hungry for blood, and they might find it.
Ooh, another Observer Ward placed on the high ground, too. Well, it will scout out Fluff.
Yep.
This is where the Battle Fury really pays off. Oh,
up top, Danger 7 initiated on once more. Looks like Mike set things in motion. Ush was there to lay in the auto attacks and yields yet another kill. Now level 11 on the Faceless Void. It's that second point in the Chronosphere. And yeah, the nice thing about going Battle Fury is Void does have a lot of damage. That's
for gets trapped in mid.
And I think he's definitely dead. Ancient Apparition ulti flies in and secures the kill. Now the charge on the Trough, though. He's silenced. He's concussed. TC not even going to need the charge. Now what's he charging to? Oh, looks like your boy JC initiated on by Ush. But Fire not looking to dive this deep. They'll be happy with just a 1-for-1 trade. The Elder Titan for the Anti-Mage.
Man, Betty wish he had that 4th point in Blink right now.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, things still looking good for Team Fire. Now 5,000 gold, 2,500 experience is their lead. Ush, his Battle Fury to good use here. Gets scattered out by a courier. And he's got another 1,500 gold to boot. Number 1 on net worth, a good 1,000 up on the Anti-Mage. Sumail, still not really that scary. Just power treads drum at the moment.
Is he gonna get scary?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is a rough game to judge it on, as he was laning against a Viper, but I don't know. Is TA a Sumail hero?
Is under attack.
I'm not sure. Like, Chrono plus Mystic Flare will destroy her, too.
Yeah.
With or without Refraction.
Yeah, I think it just might not be a TA
Radiant's
game. I think it's really
is under
a tricky
attack.
one.
Well, I think his is one of his top 3 heroes.
Okay, so it is a Sumail TA.
I'm not positive.
TC. Oh, man, he just gets obliterated in the bottom. Fogged is there with a sleep, but the entire Radiant team hot on his tail. Fogged not going to be able to live through this one. Trout blinks forward, picks him off, and it will be a fast 2-for-0. TA picks up a Blink Dagger. So now Sumail getting a bit more mobile as the Radiant side strike back and regain 1,800 worth of net worth. That's pretty solid.
Fire's made a lot of blunders in bottom lane just because of that one Observer Ward. They think they're safe, but they're actually not.
Yeah, that is the big trap. We see this happen more frequently than you think.
Same with the bottom rune, too. They think they're safe because they actually killed an Observer Ward there, not just having a sentry.
Void hops forward. Ush. Finger on the trigger, but doesn't dump the Chrono too early. Smoke. They're not sure it's here. Ush. Oh, takes a lot of damage. TA brings him down with the Melt Strike. Now Mike comes in, gets off another strike. He goes down. Fluff's going to get left behind. And Danger 7 taking the brunt of the damage. A Fats 3-for-0 this time around as Roots strike right back. Sumail, double damage rune on, hops forward, wants to go on to the TC. But forced back as the Viper strike brings him down pretty low. Viper now gets the counter kill onto the Timber. Also the Venge. Sumail taking heavy damage. TC, a triple kill. Trout coming under the tower, wants to finish off Fogged. He'll be able to do that. But this Viper on an ultra kill streak even gets the kill on the Ancient Apparition. He looked so bad for Fire out of the gate, but then they turned it around and they regained a lot of that lost footing. Now Anti-Mage left behind, silenced, charged, and brought down again.
Good old Viper, man.
What just happened here, Merlini? Exactly.
Well,
good old Viper.
They tried to tower dive a Viper, and then he just killed all of them.
Yeah.
And I saw the Blink refraction change right there, but it didn't matter.
Wow.
I mean, he's really
what a
high
team
level,
fight.
though.
Who, TC?
It was a very strange team fight for them.
Yeah.
And again, like these Observer Warders just sitting right outside of range of all the sentries.
Viper making the big plays happen. Danger 7 getting charged by Mike. He'll just use it as a taxi service to get back to lane.
Sumail has recovered very nicely, though. He has Bottle, Drums, Treads, and a Blink Dagger, and Ogre Club. So he's number 4 in CS, but
time is money.
Yeah, I'm rather impressed with this farm.
Yeah. Again, he was up against the Viper mid. Not an easy matchup, and here we are with TA. Nice core set of items. You saw how much damage she can do to the Void, though, with those meld strikes. Oh, my gosh. Ush thinking about getting aggressive here. Invisibility rune on. Sees your boy, JC. Fluff and stuff gets scouted out. Tries to TP out. Mana Void will stop him dead in his tracks. And Ush goes, sorry, dude. But, I don't know what you wanted me to do there.
And another ward dewarded. Oh, my goodness. The supports on route outplaying them so badly. And another ward gets dewarded. Oh, my goodness.
Well, Merlini.
They need the aggressive wards to set up charge ganks.
Radiant's bottom tower
so
is under attack.
It's not just a, normal, oh, no, we can't see them in the jungle. It really limits the potency of the Spirit Breaker. He went Mask of Madness.
Your boy JC, 19 minutes, gets himself the Hand of Midas here. Pretty good timing, right in that window. Somewhere like 15 to 20 minutes is pretty standard, I'd say. So we've seen what happened with this Ancient Apparition when he gets a Midas like this. Goes right for that Aghanims and should have it between 30-35 minutes.
Timbersaw is still broke.
That tough laning phase, though.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And Timber's a
is under
hero that
attack.
can do a lot of damage without items, but this is right around the time when he needs to start getting items, or else he's food. I mean, traditionally pretty tanky, but 1 point in the reactive armor, still only 1 base armor, 830 HP. It's a tough life. Smoke rotation towards the top lane. They almost catch the anti-mage, but not going to go for it. And here's Viper with the Manta style. That's his first big item following the drums. But TC in a pretty good place right now. Still farming top of the net worth. Very effective items. Living in Value Town. Now Smoke the other way coming from Root. They're going to try to make the jump on Fluff and Mike. They'll probably get Fluff. Mike might be able to still charge away.
Radiant's top tower
And he'll
is
do
under
just
attack.
that. They actually commit for Mike. Oh man, not what they were looking for. Meanwhile, on the bottom part of the map, Hush drops a chrono and brings down the AM. So that was a failed smoke gank from Root while they lost their carry. That is terrible.
Yep, that was a reward. It's about to run out, though, and Fire's going to have to
Radiant's
play
bottom
blind
tower is
for the
under
next few
attack.
minutes.
Radiant structures
But
are
yeah, after dodging
fortified.
that gank. Not sure where the swap was, but X-Mite will scuttle away to safety.
Yeah. They should have just committed for Fluff. That's
Radiant's
the target that
bottom tower
pretty much
has
know that
fallen.
you're going to be able to lock down. But off the back of that AM kill, Fire will pressure the Tier 1
Dire's
tower
middle
in the
tower
bottom.
is
That will
under
be the end of the Tier 1 towers for Root. They've still yet to claim a tower of their own. So, helping out that gold lead, now back up to about 5,000. Experience at about 3,000 for Team Fire.
See a charge happening, but it's just at the top lane. IX Mike might run into a few heroes over here. Joik just sitting there waiting. They also have a reserve ward pop, but he will stop. He's also trapped.
This is awkward. He's just looking at the mud golems, having a staring contest right now.
He's fake canceling the ult.
Yeah, there
Okay.
you go. Considered nether striking a mud golem there. I guess so. Alright, so Viper probably moving towards a BKB now with his Ogre Club. It'll be Team Fire that make movements towards the top lane as Root are gearing up for a push. AM, the only one not with him right now. Trouf trying to make as most out of that Battle Fury as he can. He's picked up the
Dire's
Vlads,
top tower
working
is
on
under
his Manta
attack.
now. Alright, Fire will rotate up just in time for Root to back on out. Root really don't have much of a choice right now besides just playing defensive, you know, trying to get this TA and AM farmed up. I guess TA is pretty close to the BKB, not a great time for them to take a bad fight, but...
Yeah, still Viper will have his Scepter soon. Actually, is he going Scepter?
I think it's a BKB, but I'm not sure.
I think Scepter's really important versus TA, though.
Yeah, maybe it is the Scepter.
Who knows? Besides TC.
Yeah.
Dire's
They need to
middle
do
tower
Roshan
is
too,
under attack.
because if Root wins a
Radiant's
fight, they
top
can just
tower
immediately
is
seek out
under
Roshan.
attack.
TA is so extremely good at
structures
taking out
are
Roshan,
fortified.
especially with a Vengeful Spirit there. At the same time, Fire don't really want to fight in the pit. They probably know that he has a trap there. They've actually already dewarded it, and on top of that, Ancient Apparition with the Ice Blast can just cause a lot of troubles for them. But it's a good place for Fire to fight. Elder Titan Stomp is really good for that. Faceless Void Ultimate also really
Dire's
good in
middle
that
tower
clumped up
has been
area.
denied.
So I think Root should be wary of that. Probably need to replace that trap fairly soon. And I don't know. I think they can take advantage of the window before Anti-Mage gets his Manta style up.
Yeah. We'll see if they actually do it. As we're talking about it, they are making movements down towards this part of the map. TC moves on in, sees the trap, takes it out right away. So, well, they know that the vision secured is at least secured for now. Void, what's he doing with all this? With gold he's got, that's a BKB. Coming out after his Battle Fury, so Faceless Void. Getting some of that magic immunity and fighting shape as now Viper does move into the Roche pit. And they will commit for this one, Merlini. Radiant Vision does not see anything. They've got a ward on the high ground, but big dark area here. They didn't see him go in. Ice Blast will scout it out. And I think it's going to be too late, though.
Yep. It's really important. It's so important that they take Roshan, though.
Now
Dire's
Fire
top
really in
tower
good
is
shape.
under
The
attack.
bash comes onto Roche here, and
Roshan has fallen to
Aegis
the
of the
dark.
Immortal goes the way of Faceless Void. Really getting fired up, moving into the mid-game.
An Anti-Mage trying to maybe bait out a gank over here, but Fire, not really falling prey to it. I think this is a trap that Spirit Breakers fall into a lot, though. Is like since they can charge anyone and they can fight often, they do, even though it's a bad idea. And Ice Mike and Fire in general showing a lot of restraint, not falling for these root traps, and they're getting a pretty incremental gold lead because of it.
Yep. Holding steady, but still on the up and up. About 4,000 experience, 6,000 gold.
Radiant's middle tower
Viper
is
does
under
appear to be
attack.
going for that BKB after all. Now a Mithril Hammer picked up. So looking for Magic Immunity. Trouf just about a recipe away from his Manta, so it's coming out sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm. And
Fire could afford to be maybe a little more aggressive here, though.
well, I mean, Root is just holding hands though. They're almost always as like 4, or at least 3, I'd say.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I'm also just always a little wary when you see an AA that gets a decently timed Midas. Because once he gets an Aghanims, this game will get a lot harder for Fire.
Yeah, it's like suicide pushing into an AA this early though, especially without a pipe. I think they will get wrecked by that ultimate.
Yeah, but I mean, they could afford to just try some smokes, you know? I mean,
they tried the one on the left side and they missed it on Trouf. I guess that was a few minutes ago, but
yeah.
They don't have any vision up. Remember, they lost all their observer wolves.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, looking at the dire vision, they've got 2. Both runes covered, that's it.
Yeah, you can't blame them for playing passively right now.
Yeah.
They do have the Aegis.
Aegis, fresh BKB on the Void, Chrono level 3 at the ready. This is just screaming, kill somebody, you know?
Wow, Timbersaw actually went for a blink, so the 950 HP Timbersaw.
A mysterious
0
force.
stats. Whew. This guy's feeling brave. Alright, Joik almost walks into the danger zone, but makes it back okay. Fog trying to scout out with his illusion.
That will be a BKB for TC soon, too.
Yep, he's got the Scepter of Divinity. Created by Yule.
Who? What?
Fogged has a Yule's.
Oh, Fog. Yeah, I was talking about for Viper BKB. BKB over Scepter, yeah. Yeah.
Not a great BKB game, but still useful. I don't know. It's really powerful against Anti-Mage. You're able to just stand your ground, not get mana burn, not let him do that extra damage. Keep yourself safe from the swaps and the stuns. I feel like that BKB is basically for revenge.
Yeah,
Radiant's
I
bottom
mean, it's
tower
not that
is
great
under
of a
attack.
BKB game at all. It's good versus Timber, but Timber's super underfarmed.
Mid, Chrono, right onto Sumail, but there's a nice swap out from Joik. Maybe they can still get a kill on the Venge. Yep, they sure can. Ush gets hit by the Ice Blast, but he's BKB'd. He'll be just fine. TC, meanwhile, pushing this Tier 1 tower down, or Tier 2 tower down bottom. Trouf will try to do the same up top, but Mike charging him from pretty close range. Will still connect, looking for the Nether Strike, gets it. Oh, that was weird, disjointed it, nice. But now Trouf in some trouble, gets silenced, and he's going to get clicked down. Ancient Seal just so damn good against the Anti-Mage.
Not respecting the Spirit Breaker.
Yep. It'll be, he did disjoint that Nether Strike with the blink, though, right? So did I see that properly?
It looked like it.
Yeah,
I don't think
so.
you're supposed to be able to disjoint it, though.
Yeah, I thought that, that's why I was so surprised. Huh? Still. Trying his hardest, but it ends as a 2-0, and they get that Tier 2 tower down bottom. So another big gold boon here for Team Fire. Pushes their lead upwards of 7,500 gold now. Inching, but still going forward. Ush with 3,500 gold, so we'll see what he wants to invest in. Okay, we know what he's going to invest in. That'll be a butterfly. Sure, that'll make you happy, Mr. Merlini.
Butterfly, good item.
Oh, he's talking about the butterfly. The butterfly's so much damage. You pull your calculator and really think about it. Looks like Ush has done the calculating.
It's also a lot of armor. Great
Yeah.
versus TA and AM.
Yeah, that's true. And this TA not going to have an MKB anytime soon. That's, well, I guess it could be his next item, 2,600 gold. It's like halfway there.
Radiant's
then they just
middle
Viper Strike
tower
and kill
is under
everyone else.
attack.
Yeah. What they really need is a Hex on this Timber Saw. But that's not coming anytime soon.
Well, he needs to be able to be out on the front,
Radiant's
but yeah,
middle
he has
tower
just like
is under
no
attack.
items.
Yeah, I'll get a Vitality booster now, so at least beefs up a little bit. But Ush on the high ground, take a look at the dire vision. They don't have much in this area of the map, but Ush is ready for it. They get the tower.
Radiant's middle tower
Root
has
playing
fallen.
very defensively here. They just turtle up in the base.
Yep, the siege continues, and Ush was on the high ground ready to jump on anyone from his perch, but no one really fell for that.
I mean, Root did a good job clearing out the aggressive wards, but they're still kind of boxed on their side of the map. I mean, IX Mike now going for a Shadow Blade here. Fire still have complete control. They're just finding more farm, and they're knocking down these towers. They've only lost 2 tier 1s of their own, and, well, Root's sitting on just 1 outer tower remaining, this tier 2 in the top.
This is where the Spirit Breaker pick is huge, though. Like, no one can really split push because they're always afraid of just getting charged and then dying. And that, I mean, even him not killing people is enough to make the gold lead slowly start tipping in favor of Fire more and more.
Oh, Mike another struck an illusion up top. That's why it didn't do any damage. Thank you, Twitch chat. 2 minutes later on the delay.
Oh, I was looking at him.
Yeah, I thought it was on him. It must have just been a misclick. Well played. Trouf. Uh-oh, he's chronoed. He's in trouble. He's dead. Yeah, I don't know why they third-picked Anti-Mage, dude. That's just... Oh, he's just getting shut down left and right. If it's not the Ancient Seal that's doing it, it's the Chrono. If that's not doing it, then it's the Echo Stomp charge from Spirit Breaker. I mean, they just have... Pick your poison, man. They've got poisons and swords and charges to choose from.
There's a reason why they didn't ban it. They ain't scared.
Ain't scared, indeed. Yeah, no reason to be. 9 to 16, 10,000 gold now, 7,500 experience. It just keeps getting better.
No scepter for Viper. It will be a heart instead.
Ooh.
Maybe they want to go high ground early.
Yeah. Well, Ush is just farming the enemy jungle right now, trying to get that butterfly, getting damn close. About half a quarterstaff away. Fluff. Maybe working on a Yules. They're going to start making movements towards him up top. But TC with a double damage. He's coming around the backside. He could be walking into a trap. Oh no, TC! He finds Sumail, but who's going to find who here? He does have his Manta ready. Pops a drum charge. BKB used by TA. And not going to be what Skywrath was hoping for. TC will just BKB TP.
Ooh, nice swap.
Yep. He's going to try, but it will get interrupted. And Sumail picking up all that bonus gold from taking out that mega kill streak.
This awkward positioning. I don't know why they're making a move for a T2 when they don't have the Aegis. They could have easily done it a few minutes ago. But instead, they're pushing into enemy territory as 2, so just not a great game plan.
That just felt cocky, you know. Pressing forward. I'm Viper, I can kill anyone that comes my way, which is pretty true, but can't kill all 5. That'll be alright. Ush gets his butterfly completed. Alright, he's got a haste rune now. See him get a little aggressive. 9-second charge on that
he's
BKB.
gunning for an anti-mage.
Ooh, MKB on the TA. Gets it right when the butterfly's picked up. That's pretty big, actually.
That's fast.
Yeah. The timing is really what's big. Well, getting that shutdown gold on the Viper, man. Adds up. Mr. IX Mike. Shadow Blade on the Spirit Breaker. Interesting.
It's nice. I think it's a good item on him.
Okay. I haven't seen him
charge and then
him
Shadow
do this
Blade
in the past.
While charging.
So what, you just get the extra like backstab damage when you...
No, I mean they don't see you charging.
Oh, I see. Just for the sneakiness. Okay, I gotcha. They'll pick up a kill on the Skywrath Mage in the mid, but hey, there's a charge coming from IX Mike. Danger 7. He'll get stunned up, trying to Timber Chain back. Mike does channel up the ultimate. Now he pops a BKB. Sumail comes in for the counter kill. We'll just try and TP out with the BKB on. He'll be successful. Another 2-for-0 going the way of Root. Sumail, he lives, and now the Ancient Apparition has enough to pick up the Aghanims.
But Ush will take out Roche in the meantime.
Is this Roche 3? No, Roche 2. Yeah, nice easy Roche. So I guess a little unexpected. You have 2 down.
It will still... Oh my goodness, it was so close.
Fallen to the Dire. Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it is Void with the Aegis once more. So Trouf, how's he looking on the Anti-Mage here? 3,000 gold. Hasn't picked up anything since the Manta. Still trying to split push down this tier 2 tower and getting it a little bit lower. He'll keep tickling it with these illusions. Just being annoying as he TPs out. His farm has fallen off a bit compared to the Void, though. About 3,500 behind in terms of net worth.
Well, charge coming out of mid. And looks like people are ahead of there. Ooh, yeah.
Are they actually going to go for this? We'll take a look at the Dire Vision and...
Faceless Void can chrono.
Okay, he cancels it. Scary when you don't have vision in that part of the map and everyone's missing. Yeah, I don't know. That's what the Dire are looking at right now.
Is Sumail going to go? Well, he has his A Ice Blast on him.
They're smoked up. Remember, this is a sceptered Ice Blast, so it is going to last the long duration here. Ush, he'll be all right. They're hunting around the jungle. They want something, but little do they know. All of Root turtled up in the base. Again, we'll take a look at what the Dire can see on the map right now. They have one ward down in the side lane up top. Not helping them out much in this situation. Smoke, there's a good 15 seconds left on it, but no, I'm not going to find the opening. Instead, they'll charge Trouf up in the top lane. Out in the front is TC.
They're all going to get seen.
Oh no, they're going to get intercepted. TC might get initiated on here. There's the swap from Joik. TC will just BKB, trying to run for it. Here's Ush with the chrono turn just on Joik. But they will set it up. Meanwhile, up here, IX Mike going on the Trouf.
They get the bash on the TA.
Oh, Mike trying to have a solo battle. Sumail, yeah, he's going to go down. Trouf does win the battle against the Spirit Breaker. So it's a 1-for-2 across the map, but obviously Fire are the ones that end up coming out ahead.
Yeah, luckily they can't push those since Trouf is split pushing this top lane. But I don't know. Void maybe getting Refresher soon, too.
Dire's courier has been killed.
See ya. What was on it? Just a ring of regen for fluff.
Well, it's bringing out his... It brought out Viper's heart, I think.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Still a nice little gold pick-me-up for the Radiant side. Trouf hiding in the Roche pit. He'll just split push down bottom. Still a tier 1 tower. And, well, his for the taking. Dire have a glyph to try and slow him down. They will move into the tier 2 up top. Radiant have a glyph if they choose to burn it. Ice Blast already slowing him down a little. Nope, they'll save it for the high ground if need be. Void gets the last hit on the tower, and Trouf should be able to finish off this tier 1 with illusions. No, he actually backs out a little bit early, afraid of getting jumped on. And Mike will just TP in. Tower still goes down to the creeps, but not going to be to the hand of the...
Invisibility.
We're playing footsies.
Yep, hand of the anti-mage.
Where does the anti-mage go now?
I don't know. He's got 6,000 gold.
Butterfly, I suppose?
Yeah. I mean, Void could easily go MKB, but still Butterfly, good item for Trouf. Could also consider a heart. I think that wouldn't be a bad way to go.
Yeah, either or.
He just needs to live through the chrono. You know, that's the big thing. Live long enough so that he can be swapped out and still have a decent amount of HP to reinitiate with.
Yeah, but Faceless Void can also just go for a refresher, so I don't know. Surviving through 1 chrono, maybe 2. Fluff gets nailed by an A ultimate. He's going to be in critical HP range.
Danger Will Robinson. Yeah, he's just ticking down. That's what I'm talking about, man. The Ag Scepter upgrade on Ancient Apparition, it makes everything so much more...
1 minute left on the Aegis.
They're going to go for it. Aegis is on Ush, remember. They'll start chipping at the tier 3. Root have saved their glyph just for this. They'll use it now. This is a big hold. This fight could separate the boys from the men. Anti-Mage is not here. He is split pushing up top. Trouf does have TP scroll at the ready. Oh, here we go. Ush hops in with the chrono. Initiates on 3. Swap out. Joik will help keep his friends alive. Timbersaw goes down, buys back right away. IX Mike gets blown up as Trouf comes back to the party. TC does get hit by the Ice Blast, and Void will time walk away.
Nice swap.
Yep. Does end up making pretty good use of the Aegis, but now Root, they're on the aggressive. They're going to come out. They want Ush. Fogged, not going to be able to do too much with the Echo Stomp. Void goes down, and I think Fogged probably going to fall also. Does have a 4-staff up in 10, but Yule's going to buy him a couple seconds. Down he goes. So Team Fire, they'll be completely repelled. Tier 3 tower stays standing in the mid, loses a lot of HP, but still there. And costs them a buyback. They get a nice 2,500 net worth swing out of it.
Just a Timber buyback. Not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And not the best Chronosphere. I think they could have just kept sieging the tower, and then Elder Titan can repel them away from the tower, because they don't want to get stomped. And also just set up for even nicer Chronosphere, or Viper Strike into a kill too. So I don't know. I think that was a little ambitious by them, not just pushing up the T3, just the way the fight went down.
Yeah, assuming they could just go for the kills. Sumail double damage on, takes out the tier 2 tower mid, getting charged. Are Fire actually going to commit to something here? IX Mike Shadow bladed up. And we'll cancel it there at the last second. Definitely don't really want to do that with the double damage active. AM did indeed pick up the hearts, now up to 2,500 hit points. One tanky mother.
Dire's bottom tower
Back-to-back tier 2 towers, so Root really striking back here, making a big dent into that gold lead Fire had to them, for themselves. And now that things are kind of even, I don't know. They've got Fire's number.
Fire just needs to do Rosh again and just keep denying the Roshan from Root. That's the most important part. Like a DDTA or, sorry, an Aegis TA is going to wreck them.
So you think that's really what this game comes down to? Basically third Rosh, maybe fourth Rosh after that?
For Fire to win, they have to control Roshan, whereas Root can win regardless of Roshan or not. If that makes sense.
Okay.
It's just really important for Fire to keep their momentum going. And if they lose a Rosh, I think it becomes a much, much more even game. Even probably like 40-60 in favor of Root. But until then, if Fire keeps getting it, I'd say like 60-40 Fire. Okay. They also really need a Scepter on Viper. I actually don't know why he's not going for it. Then you have to kite the TA's BKB.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for just the AC now.
12-second cooldown is insane. On that
yeah, you're right. You need it for the TA, you need it for the anti-mage, and it's helpful against the Timber Saw also. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Refresher up on Ush, though. Big item on the Void. This could be the game-winning item, actually. Double Chrono. Pretty big deal.
Turn back the clock.
His Chronosphere was also a little strange in that it wasn't that far to the right, so TA actually was beating on him during the Chronosphere, which is probably one of your worst situations for a Chrono.
Yeah, especially given that TA is the MKB carrier. Looks like she'll have an Eagle Song of her own, so MKB Butterfly, her choice.
Butterflies everywhere.
Butterflies and MKBs for everyone. Who can counter who? Fog scouted out with his Astral Spirit here. A little bit of intel. Echoing some stomps, puts Sumail to sleep, but his team already on the retreat. It will be...
I'm surprised they didn't send Manta Illusion to try and chip down that tower.
Yeah. We'll see what the Rosh timer is here in just a second. Maybe it'll be a fast one if they luck out. Trout trying to split push, but TP's out once more, and it'll be a 2-minute respawn, so... On the longer end. Another 2 minutes until Fire can really do a hell of a lot. While they push, though, they do get... well, they've had this ward down. Taking a look at Dire Vision. One of the only wards they have on the map, this guy here.
Well, AC is still a pretty good pickup for Viper, though. With the Vlad's armor and the AC armor, everyone's sitting at pretty healthy armor. But at the same time, Root, I mean, they're playing the Outlast game now, though. They're just waiting for AA ulti to cool down, waiting for TA with her refractions. It's not really quite as bursty of a fight as I expected them to be.
Yeah. Hart is on the Timber Saw, so he's made some recovery, at least picked up a big item. Shroud.
Haste.
Where's he going next? Maybe a Butterfly. Dump the Power Treads. Maybe an MKB. Still think Survival's the name of the game.
Tower is under attack.
Maybe he'll even try for a Scotty or something, I don't
top
know.
tower has fallen.
Knowing that Void doesn't have an MKB, I think Butterfly is still a reasonable pickup, even though TA just completed hers. And a few patches ago, Void would be in heaven right now with all these Butterflies, but he still needs to farm out that MKB to really have that huge punch he wants to pack.
Yeah, he really does. I don't know. TA is just so big right now relative to what she should have been.
Yep. Wow, farm very impressive. Only about like 2,500 behind the Void, who went Battle Fury first item. That's pretty good.
I mean, Viper is pretty much caught up. Or, sorry, same net worth as TA.
Alright, Mike scouting out Trough down bottom. Might do a short-range charge into another strike. He could do it. Giving them the intel they need. Here you go. There's the Nether Strike into a bash. Charge him. Blocks him in place even more. They just need an Ancient Seal, and that's a whiffed Chrono. Ush going to be there a little too slow. Trough will live, and now they're going to try to turn it around on Mike. Mana Void to boot. Oh, boy.
Where's the BKB?
Guess he thought he was dead anyway, so didn't want to waste a charge. I don't know.
Well, he can turn it around. If they go on him, he just refreshes and Chrono.
I mean, now it's going to be an Aegis and She's going to Root. If they want to do something, they have to go now. They needed to go yesterday. There's a Medallion. And it's dead.
Roshan
Okay,
has fallen
all of a
to
sudden,
Rage
Root
power.
striking back here. Aegis and Cheese picked up. AM gets the Aegis. And Cheese goes the way of Templar Assassin.
Where's all the threats? Where's the Void sitting around the pit? Where's that Elder Titan spirit?
Oh my gosh. All of a sudden, things are crumbling for Fire. It's like they got too comfortable, and now they don't know what to do. They're just falling apart.
Anti-Mage is so freaking big now, too. He can pick up an Abyssal and just dominate the Void very soon.
Take him out back. Steal his lunch money. Rough him up a bit.
It's looking that way.
Yeah.
Man, what an inopportune time for them to die, too.
Yeah, that third rush is a pretty big deal.
Hidden ones.
I mean, Root has just been waiting for Fire to make mistakes, too. Waiting for bad Chronospheres. This happened twice in a row now, too.
Alright, they're starting to turtle up in the base. It's now Root that'll be the aggressors. They're going to press forward and see if they can do some damage to this Tier 3 setup here. Trough in the front lines, plenty of time on the Aegis. Your TA is still massive with 4,000 gold. Whatever she wants to fill that final slot once she eats the cheese. What is your 6th slot item for TA?
Daedalus, probably?
Yeah, just go for the big crit. Yeah, you're right. All damage.
Well, your boy JC getting charged up. He does have a Ghost Scepter on top of his regular Ag Scepter.
He's got too many scepters. Frosty, can he live here? Swap back. Ush on his way in. Your boy JC will live for now, and Joik not going to be quite so lucky. They'll get both of the Radiant supports. Void gets one, Elder Titan gets the other. Ghost Scepter helping to buff up that Astral Spirit damage there. All right, Fire striking back.
Charged too.
Ooh, he's on the run, gets a bounty rune. Might think he's safe. Let's take a look at the Trough Cam. And he sees that Viper. He sees the charge coming. There it is. Another strike. Not available, but I don't think they need it. Trough just gets trucked down. He picks up, or he's coming back to life with the Aegis. Ush, is he going to chrono this? He will. And now Trough, certainly a dead man, locked in place, nowhere to go with all 5 heroes banging on his back. And it will be a 3-for-0 trade around the map as Fire regain that lost footing.
So it looks like a completed butterfly already, though, on Trough. On top of that, he has buyback. So even though he did give away his life right there, still not so bad in the farm department for him. He's almost 6 slot. I guess he can pick up, I don't even know what he picks up last. AC, maybe?
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
He could still just
either
go for the
back,
butterfly.
Abyssal, or AC. No, I mean, he already has a butterfly.
AM does?
Yeah.
Is it on the courier?
It's on the courier.
Oh.
I'm subbing out his Vlads. I think he actually
Yeah.
gets Abyssal, so he can kill Faceless Void really easily.
Yeah. I agree. I think they need that lockdown. They still don't have anything to really jump with. Alright, well, Ice Blast hits Ush in the mid lane. Fire will just start to pressure the side lanes. We'll see what their actual plan is here. 35 seconds till AM comes back up. Like you mentioned, he does have a buyback ready. So I'm sure he'd like to save it. Cheese still on the TA. And it doesn't look like Fire will really press too hard. Just want to make sure Root are kind of cornered for now. They can farm out the Radiant jungle before heading back to their side of the map.
Still, the threat of the Refresher Chrono is really, really strong. Like, it owns buybacks. And eventually they have to get rid of the Vengeful Spirit, though, because they pretty much trade Chronosphere for Vengeful Spirit Ultimate, and Vengeful Spirit's life, of course. But that's actually not so bad for support this late into the game. Yep.
Well, back to farming we go. The stalemate continues. Looking at the gold graph, it is, wow, surprisingly even. Within a couple hundred gold and experience of each other here, 48 minutes into Game 1, technically Game 2 of this best of 5. Oh, charge across the map, right onto Trough, but he's going to back it on up. And he'll be fine. Mike forced to cancel it. Ooh, Mike, you're standing on a trap there, buddy. TA making movements. Mike's going to be fine.
He's actually pretty darn farm for an offlane SB.
Yeah.
I guess he's just as farm as the Timber, though.
He's about 1,000 up on the Timber, yeah. Timber now with about 2,800 gold. And felt like he picked up that heart ages ago, but still struggling to find some farm. I feel like this has been an oddly passive game. Battle Fury Void versus Battle Fury AM.
Well, it's because
it's like going back a few patches, dude.
It's because Fire failed that high ground push.
Yeah.
This game could actually almost be over right now if they had cleanly executed that fight.
You're talking about the push into the tier 3 tower here.
That was really disastrous.
Yeah, I think at this rate, they're just going to continue farming, wait for 4th Roche, and get the next set of Aegis and Cheese. Still a couple minutes before we'll see what the RNG timer looks like. But I think they will not dare without an Aegis to go for the high ground.
Yeah.
And they passed off the Cheese somewhere. Yeah, now it's on the Timber Saw. TA also needs BOTs. We're getting towards that point of the game where BOTs are becoming a big deal. Already AM and Faceless Void have picked up theirs. Alright, both sides grouped up, pushing their respective off lanes. TP back from Ush, all ready to defend. He's got the double chrono ready and waiting.
How's Fire not going to get any Ghost Scepters versus that lineup?
I don't know. I'm scared of the AA. Meanwhile, Trout just split pushing mid here, caught by the Yules. They're going to go for a setup. Fogged with the Echo Stomp. Good timing there. Viper Strike comes out, and AM will just blink back.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, we see the split push from Mike and Fluff. Mike actually does not have a TP scroll on him, but with charge, not too big of a deal. And Skyrath going for the Dagon to counter those Ghost Scepters.
Uh-oh. Mike. Shadow Blade coming in handy there as TA kind of gives him a little love tap. Mike's scouting it out. Take a look at Dire Vision, and he sees exactly what's going on. AM.
He just mana voided a creep.
I was just thinking, I was like, what did he just mana void? That was a creep. That was weird. Who was he trying to mana void? The Void? Okay, well.
I think he was trying to mana void the creep so he couldn't BOT.
Okay.
But the creeps have mana. So they have full mana, sorry.
Yes, it didn't do anything. That was weird.
That was very strange.
It's only the main target that gets mini-stunned, though, not the... It's like Lich Ult. Oh, the mini-stun's only on that first... That actual target.
Well, I have no idea why he did that. I'm pretty sure that's what we just saw.
He definitely mana voided. Okay. Well. Basher up on the AM. So he is going to go the Abyssal route that you were talking about. Does have enough gold for it, but I think we'll undoubtedly want to pool for buyback before he makes the big investment.
I don't know. Now he doesn't have any armor, though, because of Natural Order.
Yep.
So Vlad's Will is probably the only item that he had that would give him some armor.
Yeah. Mike thinking about a bash there. Yeah, someone else on his team needs the Vlads at this point. Either AA or Venge, but AA picks up an E-Blade. Wow. Great item against the Void, as we've talked about before. Chrono's in, gets hit by the E-Blade, can't do the damage.
He has BKB, though.
Yep, that's true. He does have the
and
BKB.
refresh BKB at that.
Yeah, so not as big of a threat now, but still a testament to how well the Ancient Apparition's farming.
Uh-oh, we see a charge on bottom, but no one is even close in case he Shadow Blades close to Trout.
Cancels it, just goes for the Ancients, using the taxi service. That's the Roche timer look like. 1 minute, 15 seconds. And we will have a Roshan up. Trout coming in, he scouts out Fluff and Mike. Looks like he's going to burn a little bit of Mike's mana. He'll Shadow Blade and everything will be okay.
That's so risky by Trout.
Yeah. Just casually walking into the enemy Ancients and they're all missing off the map. Hey, guys!
Yeah, I mean, if they had a war right there, he could get easily gotten chronoed.
Just, yeah, that's true.
Oh, he wanted to pick up his Abyssal, that's why. But, I mean, that still doesn't really say why it's okay for him to take that risk.
Yeah, Ushi's right around the corner here. They could do this. This is a big team fight right before Roche number 4. He's up in less than a minute. MKB has been picked up on the Void. So
here they go with an Abyssal Initiate. No? No Abyssal.
Up. Oh, it gets revealed. Dire Vision, this is what we're looking at here. All they see is Trout, but they know the jig is up, or there is a jig to be had. Smokes will expire, and Root not going to be able to get the trap off that they were hoping for. Fire just a little too wise to it. Now they'll smoke. This is a weird back and forth, dude.
It really is.
It's like smoke on smoke. Sumail, oh no, he BKBs. And he'll be okay. Ush coming in, solo Chrono onto Trout. But there's the refresher. Is he going to get the second Chrono off? He gets hit by an Abyssal. They get the kill onto Sumail. And it is Fire that's looking pretty good out of the gate here. Danger 7 gets left behind. He'll Timber Chain across, gets blown up. And Spirit Breaker brings down the Vengeful Spirit at the cost of his own life on the other side of the fight. Trout flutters away. Will end as a 1-for-3 as Fire take the edge.
Double Chronos, man. Didn't even happen.
Yep, he refreshed. I think he got Abyssal right away and then just kind of went, oh, jeez, and fell over. 1-for-3, 2,500 net worth, but what's more important is the grand prize, Mr. Santa Claus himself, Roshan. Yummy cheese, yummy ages. Look at all these MKBs, my man. There are 3 Monkey King bars in this game. What the hell? And 3 butterflies. Okay. Viper,
Well played, well played.
Yeah, Viper picks up his off the back end of that fight. And who's going to get what here? Aegis?
Dire's top tower
Oh, Fluff, is he going to
attack.
die?
You're going to give it to Fluff.
Oh.
It doesn't shatter.
Dire's
All right,
top
meanwhile,
tower
AM
has
gets a tier
fallen.
3 tower in the top lane. That's good.
Dire's top barracks are under
Who took the
attack.
cheese? Was it the Void? No. It was the Outer Titan, so the support's getting both items there.
Everyone's too farmed.
No inventory slots, man. Double Abyssal out on Root, TA, and the Anti-Mage. Saw it in that last fight. I think that was the TA Abyssal, actually, that stopped the second Chrono. And now AM. Is that a Lincoln's coming out for that Ultimate Orb?
Probably, but I don't know what he's going to drop for it. Hopefully not his Battle Fury. I guess probably his Battle Fury.
Yeah, it's got to be a Lincoln's.
Could be Scotty. Scotty's good in BKB Wars, but it won't give him any armor. Why not AC, dude?
It's one of his teammates needs to get. They need this Timbersaw to get an AC.
I think they need one of the carries to get it. Actually,
they don't have the space,
yeah,
man.
they don't have the space.
What are you gonna drop? I feel like Timbersaw needs to get the AC, and one of these supports needs to grab a Vlad's. I think your boy JC is a prime Vlad's carrier at this point. He's got the Midas, got the farm to do it. Spirit Breaker, though, he gets a full Hex stick. Damn, IX Mike finding some serious farm this game. Ready to make the initiations happen. Anti-Mage, that is a Lincoln's. Not going to carry it for now, but he's got it.
Maybe he buys his own chicken so he can use it.
Yep.
That actually, I think that's actually what's happening.
It's a pretty legit strategy. Yeah, there it is, a second chicken.
Just a tumbling.
Which one's his? Yeah, the Pudgeling. Trough is rocking the pot. All right, let's see if he can do it. The Courier Micro, the serious late game, man. Necro Book Refresher. Let's go, let's go.
This is where you need the Scepter Viper, too. But I mean, it won't save you from Chrono.
Yeah, at this point, I think the Viper's pretty committed to not getting an Aghanims.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well.
Okay, he drops his heart for it. So he puts it on himself. That's a lot of micro necessary.
It's a lot of micro for what? 12 seconds of spell blocking?
17.
17? Okay. Yeah, 17. Alright, he's just going to keep doing it. It's a shame the Courier can't cast it. Good luck. I don't know, it seems like not very viable in an actual fight. But Root doing a very good job pushing into the top lane, chipping away at the range barracks, doing some sure damage on the base, not too shabby. Thanks, Mike. Charge in the mid, it looks like, yeah.
Just waiting for the one Chrono to end them all.
Oh, man. Yeah, for Fire, it's just waiting for that one fight. 2 Chronos. 2 Chronos, 1 victory. No AC on the Timbersaw. Instead, he goes for the Hex Stick. Gets himself a full Scythe of Ice.
Dang, that's Scythe.
First it was Butterflies, then it was MKBs. Now that stuff is...
They can own Void.
Oh, Trouth. Visibility Rune, thinking about this Courier. Nope, not going to be tempted by the Golden Roshan. Looks like there's no sentries down. He'll be okay. This is really turning into a stalemate. It's turning into that late game where both teams don't want to make any mistakes. Fire with a huge experience advantage, but gold is leveled out. And this next team fight is going to be very telling. IX Mike initiated on by Trout. The hammer gets dropped. Mana Void doesn't do nearly enough damage. They'll put down a sentry, and Shadow Blade not going to save you this time, Space Cow. Trout and Joik just TP out, and they will be successful. Ush hops forward, but no chrono used. Couldn't get there fast enough.
Man, that could have been such a big turnaround if there were a creep wave there closer.
Yeah. Really could.
They need a gem on Dire, too, to get rid of these pesky psionic traps.
Take a look at Radiant Vision. There are quite a few of them down. The Ancients. These key creep camps. Yeah, give them a nice little bit of vision around the map. Dire, how's their ward situation? They've got the high ground outside of Roche, and they've got one in the jungle. Not really that great either. Void finds Trouf, hits him with a bash, thinking about the chrono. There it is. Trouf has his Pudgeling flying around outside. Ush, he's going to have to refresh if he wants to kill him here, and not going to use the refresher. Will just take an Abyssal and lives. So Trouf survives the man fight, the full duration of the chrono.
I think that's worth re-chronoing for.
Yeah, because if AM is dead,
they force a buyback.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Ush actually has not used the refresher yet, I don't think, except for that one fight where we saw the doubles.
Yeah, but we didn't even see 2 chronos.
Yeah, we didn't even see the second chrono, so he's been very conservative with it. I don't know. At this stage in the game, it is probably worth it.
Yeah,
just to get that buyback on cooldown.
I honestly think with better Void play, this game would have already been over, though.
Yeah, I mean, you've still got at least like 2.5, 3 minutes on Roche if it's a fast timer. Refresher will be up by then. Worth it. But alas, no kills. Dun, da, da.
Radiant's courier has been
taking
killed.
over the gold. Whoa! Where did that happen? Quite a bit on. Wait. Oh, how do I look at the other courier? Damn it! My hotkey takes me to the courier that's alive, not the dead one.
So we have 4 heroes that are 6-slotted. Maybe 5.
Oh, it was just his Lincolns. Oh, that was Trouf's courier. Derp. Trouf lost his courier.
Not a big deal.
No,
it's not like that thing was doing anything.
No, I just panicked for a second. I was just like, oh my god, 5,000 net worth courier. What is it? Oh, wait. It's the Lincolns. All right, Ancient Apparition. He gets picked off up top. Nice little setup there. Trouf thinking about making a move on TC, but he's isolated.
Bottom lane.
Oh. Chrono. Okay, gets isolated. Meanwhile, back in the mid, Trouf goes on to TC. Hits him with the Abyssal, but TC's just right there with the BKB. Charge from Mike onto one of the illusions. Maybe they can still set this up. Fog going to time the Echo. Mistimes it this time around, and Trouf will be able to blink back. He's going to TP out, and will live.
Wow, that's really unfortunate that he didn't get an MKB hit right there. 35% chance. 2 hits, too. That's pretty low chance, like 40% chance. That's a... Whew, that'd be so bad for them. 2 of their carries down. Actually, I don't know if he would have died from that, but pretty darn close.
Yeah.
So refresher finally used.
On cooldown for another 2.5 minutes there. They will charge across the map for the anti-mage. He's got him locked in his scope. IX Mike hits him once with the charge. There's your Nether Strike. Ush is here. They've got the Hex. Plenty of lockdown. Double damage on Ush as well. Makes this an easy kill inside the Chronosphere. Ush now dominating. TPs towards the mid. And Fire will look towards their push to the Radiant Throne. Now AM does have a buyback. TA as well. TA, I doubt will need to use it. AM most certainly will. They want to make a defense here.
They don't have any chrono though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's 80 seconds.
It's pretty bad, but they're farmed enough to the point where, like, does one racks really matter?
No, but AM's buyback on cooldown for 7 minutes does matter. And they force that out easily, and they get a tier 3 tower killed by the Viper. So still pretty good for Fire. And now Roche, it's a very fast respawn. He'll be up in just a couple of seconds here, actually.
Roshan actually I don't think matters that much anymore because this carries deem their other items more important than the Aegis.
Yeah, stacking up the cheese, though, is more... Like, Fog is hanging on to his, so in this big team fight, if you have 2 cheeses... Well, there's still one on Timbersaw.
There's a cooldown cheese. On cheese, too.
Well, yeah. You spread it across your supports. Fluff's got a slot. Come
They
on.
die so quickly. I mean, Fluff will die in like
Fluff is the appropriate
second.
name. Well, could scout it out. Fog sees Roche.
Gold for me.
I feel like they do need to do
Okay,
something.
they finally have a gem on Sky.
Yeah, they need to do something with this AM buyback, though. This is a huge window, and I feel like this is their big time to strike to try and break
I
the
think
base.
he trades his heart for the Aegis. Maybe.
Viper?
Anti-mage?
Oh, AM. Yep. Oh, down top
Oh,
lane.
Trout! What are you doing? Oh my god.
What was the setup there?
He got scythed and died.
Oh, there's the chrono on Timbersaw. Yeah, it's from Mike. Yep. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Timbersaw, he buys back right away. Now Anti-Mage, he's down for 110 seconds. No way to get back into it. Fire not concerned with the Roche pit. They'll instead look towards the base.
Where's Lincoln's courier?
Actually, as I say that, is it still dead? No, it's in the base. It's just chilling. Are they just going to go for mid, or are they going for...
They're waiting for a refresher.
Okay. 10 seconds. Yeah, there you go. 12,000 gold on the Void, by the way.
They have to at least get 1 Rax out of this.
Well, there's no glyph, so it should be
Radiant's
pretty
middle
easy.
barracks are under attack.
Sumail. He's their only hope at this point. Still have 75 seconds. No Void. Swap on the mic. They hit him with the Abyssal. He's turned into a piggy. But the piggy survives the roast. Oh, he uses his BKB. Venge gets destroyed. Now the Timbersaw locked inside of the chrono. He'll get brought down. Ice Blast does shatter the Spirit Breaker, but
Radiant's middle barracks
Fire
has fallen.
living up to their name as they clear out the
Radiant's
bottom
top
lane,
tower
or the mid lane of
is under
barracks, move towards the top.
Radiant's
Sumail
top
hops
tower
in, gets
has
Hex, put to sleep, and now silenced. He gets destroyed. Your boy JC soon to follow. All the last buybacks being used here. This is the one last-ditch effort from Root. I think they are officially now out of buybacks. Vengeful Spirit, instant dieback. Sumail trying to be as elusive as he can, but I think that is the nail in the coffin, Merlini. Look at all these buybacks. Look at how much hurt has come upon this Radiant
top
side.
barracks are under attack.
Now they're just casually dropping cheeses to give it the
Radiant's
Faceless
top
Void.
barracks has fallen.
Yummy,
For
yummy.
yet another life.
Sumail getting kited by Fluff and stuff. Gets hit by the Dagon. Fluff ends up going down, but Sumail, GG's out. Gets one last kill, and that'll be it. GG, well played. Fire, they win the first official match of this best of 5, but coming in with a 1-game advantage.
Still sloppy.
Yep, still they are 1 game away from an well, not all expenses paid, but a stipend-paid trip to Kiev, Ukraine this January, where they'll get to meet the one and only Merlini.
Cool game.
Cool game, man.
Trout, man, oh my gosh. The Scythe of Vice on Spirit Breaker just destroyed him. He seems like a well-versed anti-mage player, but just not versus the Spirit Breaker. There were a couple times he just like was in vision and was like, whatever, they could charge me, but I'm just gonna whatever, just farm and not worry about it, hope for the best. And then another time, I don't know, like the Lincoln's micro wasn't really that great either. I thought it was a very good idea, but the execution left a little something to be desired.
It's cute when you're kind of just messing around in lane, but when it's actually like team fight time and you need it, it's hard to actually
He can
fight.
just charge to break it too, from anywhere.
It seems I feel like a Necro Book would have been more useful. You know, at least pop the Necro Book, you got the units for more than 17 seconds, and you can maybe push, maybe take out a ward. I don't know. That Lincoln's was not a good investment. Not that there was something else he should have spent his money on anyway.
I think he gets I think it might have been best for him to get like a MKB instead of his Battle Fury, so he just blinks and kills the Faceless Void. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
If they kill the Faceless Void, I think they win the fight. They don't really have a good way to protect them either. Is the Faceless Void protecting people? So.
All right, well, we'll see. Moving into Game 3, this could be the final match of the evening if Fire can do it in style, 2-0. Stick with us, folks, because we're coming right back for the next match in this best of 5.